I grew up loving school and coming from a background with lots of education as a priority. Just having that love of school, I wanted to carry that forward and teach students to love school and just love learning. My goal as a teacher is to foster this love of lifelong learning. And so it's not just about what's happening in school, but how they are curious about the world and curious about what's happening around them. I like the initial learning of I've just figured out how to read, or I see how multiplication works. You know, those sparks that you get in early learners. I really like seeing how that develops in students. I think every single thing that we talk about, I've got 15 stories I could tell related to that topic. And so I think the challenge for me is finding the story that best fits the situation that we're talking about. The students like that I have that knowledge. And I think a department is best when you have people who are really steeped in theory and have been in higher education for a number of years. And they're partnered with people who have really recent on-the-ground experience in schools. I think I can bring a lot of those real-life experiences. You know, I can say I had a 32-year career in education, and I loved that career. These are the benefits, and I can share those benefits with them. The main role when I was hired was to work with the school leader program. All of that is online. I thought that that would be a good recruiting tool for our graduate programs at the same time. You know, if they got to know me, so I teach the first 2 education classes they take. I teach Introduction to Education and then Law and Ethics of Education. And so when they first start as freshman and sophomore, they see me. And then I don't see them for a couple of years. And then I say, I'll see you after you graduate when you're ready to work on your master's degree. You know, one benefit of our classes is that our classes are very small. I mean, we rarely have more than 20 students in a class. And so by the second day of class, I know all of my students by name. I know what they're interested in. I know what they hope to do. I know who wants to be a special education teacher, who wants to start out as a math teacher but hopes to teach EL someday, you know. And so you have, as a student at Columbia College, a really close relationship with the instructors and the professors that you're working with. You can work in the public schools. You could be a substitute teacher. You could be a playground supervisor. You could be an instructional aide. And so there are all kinds of things you can do very closely tied to the school systems or adjacent to the school systems, like camps or after-school programs that they can use to build their resume, but also get experience. My role is helping them transition from being a student to being an educator. And it's different. It's not the same thing. When they come to college, they're a student, but as they complete their 3 or 4 years, they need to transition into being an educator. And so that's my role, is to help them move in that transition from student to teacher. We are partnering with schools in the community, and we are giving our students a lot of opportunity to be out in the schools practicing their skills. When our students come to Columbia College, they come with a whole variety of background experiences. So some of them are coming right out of high school. However, I have students every semester in my class that are coming from a working life. Maybe they're changing careers. Maybe they've been a veteran and now they're coming back to enhance their skills. And I love working with students at all those different levels. And I tell the students in my class, these are your colleagues when you go out into the workplace. You don't go into the workplace and have a whole bunch of people that are the same age as you. You have people that are similar age to you. You also have people that are 20 years older than you, 30 years older than you, 40 years older than you. So just like in our classroom, when we have this range of experiences and range of backgrounds, and I enjoy working with people at all those different experience levels and background levels.